Y'all, I cannot stand making videos. I'm so awkward. And now it's hard to make a video. I'm trying to make this stand up. I feel like it's very hard to make a video by yourself because you feel like you're just talking to yourself. I don't know. I wish I had someone I could make a video with. Does anyone want to do it like a, does anyone want to start a dual FlossTube with me? Like we could do it by Zoom. I don't know how to do that, but anybody. I'm awkward when I'm by myself. Okay, so this video will again be pieced together because I'm going to film a little bit tonight. It's getting dark. And I've got to go work out because I started this workout just yesterday, so I can't like fall off the wagon on day 2, right? And I actually look somewhat presentable right now because I don't know how I feel about it, but I get my hair done like every 6 weeks or 7 weeks, and they put this like curling thing on it and kind of made it, because my hair is so thin and not full, they're trying to add some curl in it, and I fell asleep. I took like a little nap, and it's raining, so half of it fell out, but I kind of like it. But I like, the color is looking better than it was. So anyway, with all that being said, I look okay right now, and I'm not wearing a hat, and so I wanted to film a little bit of my, facing forward, but a lot of it may be just the camera on the project. So a little bit of a life update before we get started on what I've been stitching for the month of January, or what I've been doing, kind of. Okay, life update. I told you last time, or my last video, that I had a lump removed from my neck. It was like, it was they thought it was a lymph node, but then they started saying it was something else. Anyway, they took it out. I had right back here, I had stitches in here for 10 days, and now it's healing up nicely. And then the incision was like that big, okay? So I found out on last Friday that it was good news. It was a something called spindle cell lipoma, which is like a fatty tumor that they don't really know how they don't really know why they occur or happen or whatever. Anyway, it's not, it was benign. It's not dangerous. There is a chance that it could come back, and they don't know because apparently it's more rare, and it's a more rare thing to get. So when they took it out, they did not clear the margins around it. So I have to go back in on the 22nd of February. And at this time I'm going into the operating room, and they're going to sedate me because I'll be more comfortable that way, because I wasn't very comfortable the last time. And I guess it's just because it's just gonna be a larger area. Ooh, I hate talking about it, but anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. They're gonna like, I'm not like going to, they're not like, anyway, they're just gonna like give me like some sort of being sedated. I don't know. I don't even know what that means, because I haven't, as you can tell, I haven't had very many surgeries, knock on wood, and so the whole thing just makes me nervous. But it's good news overall. I'm getting it taken care of, and it'll be fine. It's just that, this is kind of a pain when the stitches are in. That area is just, kind of, I feel like I'm constantly touching it or something. So I have to be very careful. But hopefully it'll heal up just in the exact, hopefully it'll heal up just as fast as this one did. So that's it. Okay, that's it. that's all you want. That's my life right now. It is, besides that, I'm just hanging out here at home. So what we're going to talk about today is what I stitched on in January for WIPGO. Also, because I was going through all this medical stuff, not all this medical stuff, I act like it's like a lot, it's really not. But because I don't know, I was stressed out a little bit, and so my retail therapy kicked in, and I feel like I bought all the things. I showed a lot of, some stuff that I got for Christmas in the last video. I have just been not just buying stuff, but starting things. Like, I started so many new things, and like I got addicted to eBay a little bit. I don't know, it just kind of kept my mind off of it. But I said that I was going to give myself January, and then I was gonna stop. So today, if I'm gonna buy anything else, and I'm talking about patterns and things like that. And if I'm gonna start, I don't know if I will start something. I know I will. I'll start something else. But if I have to buy floss, then I will. But I'm just not going to buy things to start them because I've got things already here to start. This is what I'm saying today. The next video might be completely different. Okay, so then I'm going to show you what I'm going to be working on in February, because those numbers were called, of course, a few days ago for WIPGO. And then I'm going to show you the things that I've started, the new things I've started. Some of them may be included in the WIPGO. One of them is for sure. But then I started some other things, and then I don't know what else. Everything else is just gonna be a wing it kind of thing. So I'm gonna get started. What time is it? I don't even know. I'm gonna do this for just a little bit. I'll probably change rooms. Oh, by the way, I have a light shining on my face. I'm not normally this light. I was working on, guess what, a new start that I started today. And I also bought something that I'm going to show you that it's like my my calendar. It's my calendar for the year that I'm going to make sure to write down every time I start something new or work on something for that day. I'm going to write it down from February 1st. I didn't do it so much in January. I did a little bit in January, but not in this. I got to transfer all the information over from the piece of paper that I wrote it on. Okay. Anyway, then I'll show you a couple of the new things that I have purchased recently that I haven't started yet, but I want to start. It's just, I don't know, this video is gonna be all over the place, I have a feeling, because I just can't, I don't take notes. I don't write anything down, it's all in my head, all right here. Okay, so I'm going to go and get my WIPGO stuff and show you that first, I believe. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so because I am who I am, I am who I am, I have two WIPGO boards. And what I did is my printer was broken. You know, I told you, you watched the video of my printer, my new printer. But before that, my old printer was broken. It wasn't printing anything. I don't know. So I hand drew them. I hand drew the WIPGOs. And then I got these little bitty pieces of paper and I wrote down all the projects I wanted to go in the WIPGO. And I had one WIPGO board that's all dimensions kits. All dimensions kits, because I have a lot of them. Because I love them. They're challenging and they're pretty. and they're kind of full coverage, which I also love. Then the other Whip Go is full coverage and big projects. What do they call them? BAPs? I think it's not BAPs. They're full coverage or big projects that aren't necessarily full coverage, but they're very big. Because I wanted to work on those too. So I have 2 Whip Go boards. So the numbers, I can't remember what they are. I think it was 6 and 10 for January. And anyway, what I was saying is I got these little pieces of paper and I just drew them. I had put them in a cup and I drew them out. And like, I don't know, so I could write down what was in each square instead of just like me putting the thing in. It was like randomly chosen. So like 2 of them might even be in the same, right next to each other. So I think there's like 8 projects on each. I'm working on each project for 6 days, and it's on my board 3 times. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, okay, so you take one board, it has like 8 projects on it, and each one is on there 3 times, and then there's a free space. Okay, and then when my goal for each project is to work on it for 6 days of the month. So if you take the 2 boards together, then I'm working on 4 projects, 6 days each. So that's 24 days. I gotta go. I gotta answer this phone call. It's my husband. Hold on. Okay, so apparently I mistakenly called my husband, who's in Las Vegas, by accident. He was just calling to check on me. He's at some convention or something. Okay, so what I was saying is I've got 2 boards, and so I'll have 4 projects that I'm working on a month. Each of them 6 days, so that equals 24 days. So I have, I've got spare days, okay? And when I say if I say I'm working on a project for that day, a day equals, I have to at least stitch, y'all are gonna laugh at this, 23 stitches. If I put 23 stitches in a project, I can call it a day. Yep. That way, okay, I'm doing that for 2 reasons. One is because I know myself, and that usually if I have something up and going, I usually do way more than 23 stitches on it, okay? But if I am just sick and tired of working on this project, then I can stop at 23 stitches and work on something else. I would say for the month of January, I did not do that except for like one day. Just put 23 stitches in to say, call it a day. I worked on them a lot more. Okay, this first one is, oh my. Okay, it's also a new start, a new year, new start. And it is the gold collection from Dimensions. It is, well, you can really see a reflection on there, can't you? It is Summer Fairy. We need to turn that. That's even worse. Okay, it'll go away when I take this away. Okay, so Summer Fairy from the gold. It's a new one. It's a new one. I don't know. I found it on eBay or a store called Cross Stitch World, and I thought it was pretty. I really liked her wings here, and that little gnome. Look at him. I think it's cute. Okay, so I did work on this one for 6 days. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And I went all the way, I'm using everything that's in the kit, and I've gone all the way across. So that is the length of the project, And so really right now I've got trees, I've got some clouds, and I've got the very tip top of like a wing or something. Yeah, the very tip top of like a wing. I'm back stitching as I go. I need to put the fray check on the edges. I did not have any, so those are kind of coming unraveled. I've got hanging threads everywhere because that's how I do something like this. It works for me. Other people I know it makes super anxious, but it doesn't me. I've got it has like this filament stuff in here. Anyway, I mean, it's pretty cool, huh? This will get called again two more times this year. Is that right? Yeah, I think. And then I can work on it whenever I want to. So that is Dimensions Gold Collection. It is, the artwork, by the way, is by Ruth Sanderson, and she's done all the other fairies. I think there's this is summer, there's a fall fairy or autumn fairy. I'm not sure which one it is. Fall fairy, spring fairy. I don't think there's a winter one. There's a woodland enchantress. I have them all. I'm gonna do a Dimensions kit parade at some point, but I don't know when. Okay. Now, and I don't have a before picture on that one because it was brand spanking new. Hadn't been started. Now, this one, I do have a before picture, which I will insert somewhere after I show you the, well, anyway. So this next one is called, what is it called? I'm looking. Victorian Charm from Dimensions. This is not a gold collection one, but it is just like this Victorian looking house. Okay. And I will insert the before picture here somewhere in this area. Or maybe it's just gonna be on the whole screen. I don't know. I don't have a camera that does like a little, I don't know how to do that, where you have like a little box up here that shows the picture. I just put it in because I do it all on all my editing on iMovie. That's all I know how to do. Okay, so, and this is working on this dark fabric. Everything from the kit is a little challenging. That's where I'm at now. So I did have to go back and rip out the back stitching because I misread the directions. It called for the back stitching. I think I just started like right here. Okay, so I did all this part right here. And can you believe that? In 6 days. Oh my gosh. 6 days, that's all I got. But remember, just 23 stitches a day. Okay, so I misread the directions and I thought that the back stitching was like 4 strands of floss and it was just 1. And it looked really thick and I was like, this looks terrible. So I redid it. What do y'all think? Okay. So that is a Victorian Charm. And now I'm going to pick these up and go get the other 2 that are from the other with Go board. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you that, move that around. When I stitch, like sometimes I don't do like 6 days straight. But I'll mark it down in my calendar so I know when I'll know that I've done 6 days. But sometimes I may do 2 days and work on something else and then go back to it, just to kind of give myself a break. Okay, so the next one on the next Whip Go board that I have, these are all like the full coverage or big, kind of full coverage or bigger projects, I guess. And this one that I did, I have a printout because my new printer is Jane Hopkins. wait, Jane Hopkins, was it 1875? That's what it's supposed to look like, finished. And then I will put a picture of right here. And that was the before picture. And this is where I am now. More hanging threads, but it's okay. It's the way I work. I filled in some stuff here, and I pretty much did all like this stuff around here. I think that's beautiful. I love this fabric, and I don't know where I got it, and I don't know. I think it's 32 count. It might be from Bestitch Me, but I'm not sure. Do y'all want to see the back? It's not bad. Anyway, let's look at it again. I love this one. It's so pretty. So again, I'll have this. This will come up 2 more times this year at least. 2 more times this year? I keep forgetting. I keep like questioning my method. And then I'll work on it whenever I want to. If I want to work on it more than 6 days, and those extra days, I can. If I like really want to finish it. And this next one is falling out of the notebook. You've seen this one before. This is Nativity. Wait, The Nativity by, I can never remember, Donna Gelsinger, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a big one. I'm very, this one is slow going because it's so big, and I'm doing it tent stitch on 25 count, 2/1 on 25 count tent stitch. I don't feel like I'm making progress. This is where I was before. And this is where I am now. Okay, so when I take pictures of this and put it on Instagram, I don't like it because the light is shining on it, and it just looks like washed out, but it actually looks pretty good right here. It looks pretty good. You can see that it is, I mean, look at all those hanging threads. Super confetti heavy in the guys. They're Wiseman, by the way, not guys. Working on the other one here. I mean, and then his body will just go down. Maybe it'll get less confetti-ish. Whew, boy, I tell ya. And I really thought about making this like a yearly focus piece, just so I could get more done on it, because it's going to be beautiful when it's finished. I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. You see how big it's going to be. But like, I'm holding it back and like framed on the wall. You know, you can put it close into the light. It looks like you can see some of the white, but it's not so bad when you do like this. But I'm excited to see like a figure. And I always think it's interesting, like the colors, like when I first started doing this, all the colors that were chosen to do this tree, like none of them were green. But then when they're all together, they look green. So crazy. It's crazy, I tell ya. Anyway, that's the Nativity. Ew. By Donna Gelsinger. And that was the other one on my Whipco board for January. Okay, so February, you know what? I'm just gonna take just a really quick sip off camera. All right, so January, February was called. So on the Dimensions whip go board, I got 2 new ones. The numbers were 7 and 11, 7, 11. So yeah, on the Dimensions board, I got 2 new projects. Can you believe that on the other board, the exact same projects were called the Nativity and Jane Hopkins? And I said, nope. And so I switched them out. Because you can do that because it's my board. I was like, I will be so sick of doing those that I won't give them, like I will only do 23 stitches. And I don't want to do that. I really want to do more than that. So, I'm sorry, I'm reading a text message. So I switched them out. I switched them out with other ones. And so I'm going to be right back with those. Hold on, please. Okay, for on the Dimensions whip go board, I chose Woodland Glow. This is not a Dimensions Gold, but it's so pretty. I love it. And I have worked on this some this year, or not, last year, not this year. This is another one with the hanging threads galore, but it works for me, like I always say. Okay, let me show you where I'm at. This is where I'm at. I know it's hard to see. Let me just, okay, so I decided that I was gonna go all the way across and get this back filled in and down in the trees. My goodness, Angela, get a grip, get a grip. So the picture here is the deer. I can't remember what the name of that. The deer and the tree I've got going on there. And so I will just be working more on this. And I'm going to be just going, I'm going across like that. Because I like to work on these dimensions kits like block by block, because I also am doing the back stitching as I go. And if I don't do it that way, then I get completely lost. So that's what I'm doing. That's Woodland Glow. Let me put that one up really quickly, because if I don't, then it's gonna be, and I will start on one of these 4 tomorrow. And then the other dimensions kit, I'm sorry, excuse me, is also a new start. Well, I say it's a new start. I started at the end of last year when I went on vacation. I thought it was so pretty. And it is this one. It's a gold and it's called Peonies and Canterbury Bells. So you've got just the pretty vase of flowers. And where I'm at on this one, I hope that the hanging strings don't give you anxiety. I'm sorry, my table, I keep shaking the table, but that's where I'm at. This isn't as bad, but I am just going across. It's pretty much full coverage because the background is filled in. Yes, but I'm getting the little tops of the flowers. So I'll get more into those flowers because I'm kind of excited about that. And these colors are like all the same. Like there's not very many colors used in that background, I don't think. And so it's actually pretty easy to do. So I'm looking forward to working on that one as well. Okay. Next. Which ones? Okay. For the other whip go board, I've got, I'm sorry I have to keep leaning down, but that's where all my stuff is. I've got these 2 projects. This one is a full coverage which I'm excited to work on because I haven't worked on it in a while. Oh shoot. Okay, you know what? I do not have a cover picture. I don't even have a cover picture like that I can print out because on the pattern it didn't have one. But this is one that I saw at StitchCon and got the information from a stitcher there when I saw it. It's Heisenberg. And I'm glad I'm working on this because, and it's not gonna be that big, but it is full coverage and it only uses like 10 colors. And my husband and I just started watching Breaking Bad again. We've already watched it once through. We decided to watch it again. And this is Heisenberg, or Walter White. And this is like his eye and his forehead. And this is gonna be really cool. And I'm stitching it on a 14 count, like oatmeal Aida or something like that. And I'm sorry I don't have a cover picture for it, but you can just imagine. My itches. Okay, where did this go? In this bag. And then the other one for February that I'm gonna be working on is a biggie, and I've been wanting to work on it for a while. So I am going to work on this as much as I can in the month of February. And they send. Okay, so this is a very, very long, narrow, I got a, what do they call it? It's like a half, like a, I don't know. It's long and narrow fabric. This is where I'm at. So I'm gonna be working a lot in that cloud. But, okay, let me just show you how long it is. I don't even know, you can't even get my whole body. But it's touching the floor right now and it almost comes up over my head. I'm like 63 inches, 5'3". Or wait, how many inches are on 5 feet? I don't know. Anyway, it's long. But that's where I'm at. I can't wait to see when I show it to you next time, what it's gonna look like. And I'm using, this is like one of the only projects that I have that I'm actually stitching it with silk. And I'm only stitching it like 1/1. Do y'all think that's too light? It's 36 count. Let me know. Should I be stitching it? I'm not, I mean, I'm just stitching it like I have. I'm gonna question myself about everything, and that's not good. Okay. I am going to stop this portion of the video right now because that's all I've done. That's all I'm doing for the whip go. And I think I'll come back later and show you the new starts that I started this past month and some of my new things that I got in the mail, new like patterns or whatever. They're nothing big. Things I've been working on, things I started, and a couple of new things I got in the mail, okay? And it might not be me because it might be tomorrow by the time I get around to doing that part, but at least you got to see, at least you got to see me for a little while. Not that it's special. Okay, y'all, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so I just came up from doing my workout. I didn't do like cardio, I just did weights. So I'm not super sweaty, but my hair looks pretty bad. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now, I'm in my bedroom. These are the projects that I've been working on downstairs. So I'm downstairs, like when my husband's making dinner or if we're watching TV. And they're just simple, I guess. I can do them in hand. Okay, so this first one, I actually worked on it last night. And I've been working on this. Hold on, it's in my bag here. I've been working on this one for a while. It is Lizzie Kate's Clara O'Hare. So it's a cute little bunny made into a stand-up, which I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do. And this is where I'm at. So I put my little light glasses on. It's taking forever. Right now I'm getting very close to where the fill-in part, which is, all of this is like the blue. And then, is there back stitching? There's like some back stitching and like little whiskers, but I don't know if I put those on now or wait until I ever get it finished. But, so it's coming along. And then the other one is something I pulled out. I found it and I've had it for a very long time. And I was like, you know what? I need to work on these little bitty projects. And so at night, you know, and I'm just watching TV, whatever, and I'm not in my like stitchy room and my stitchy setup, then I'm going to work on these little projects because I also want them done. Excuse me while I take this out so I can show you what it is I'm working on. This is a Mill Hill kit, and it's called Holiday Pin Curly Ho Ho. Curly. So there's my curly ho ho that I can make into a pin. And it is stitched on perforated paper. Perforated paper, how do you say that? And that's where I'm at. So I've done it. I stitched 2 parts, and this is complete. This side's complete. I mean, as far as the stitching goes. And then I'm doing like the hat stitching. Then I'm going to do the beads because all the beads are like, you can see they're like looped or something, which it gives you pretty good direction. It's going to be hard, y'all. But look, see like these, the little poof thing on his hat is like, it's not just stitching on beads. There's like a technique or something. You add on like several beads. And then there's that. And then there's those lines in the hat. The eyes and the nose are probably just like the most like just sew on a bead kind of thing, which is filling in right there. And then also there's just like some red beads that are in the hat, filling it all in the hat. But then once you stitch this, you like cut it out and put it on this. So even though it's a super small project, it's kind of not. It's more involved than just stitching something small. Okay, so that's it for my small projects that are downstairs. Now we're going to run upstairs real quick. All right, so I'm upstairs in my craft room. It's very dark up here. The lighting is terrible, so I have that light shining on my face. Okay, so do y'all want to see a start-a-palooza? Okay, so what I'm going to do probably is I'm going to show you one, and I'm going to stop the camera and pull out the other one. So there's not like a lot of fiddling around, I guess. So the first thing I started is this, is it Marishka? I don't even know how you say it, but it's the, let me just take this out real quick so you can see it. It's in the plastic. Da na 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 na. It is the Make-A-Wish Make-A-Wish Cottage. I think Make-A-Wish Cottage, yes. And it's a picture from Thomas Kincaid. It's really pretty. I've never stitched one of these kits before, so, and it's everything comes in it, and this is where this is where I'm at. I'm trying to get it all. It's kind of messy right now. Okay, so what I did is I started in the middle right here, and I worked my way up to the top and then over. So now I'm just going to be stitching like this all the way across. Does it make sense? Okay, so there it is. That's all I've done, but it's a start. Can't really see much of anything, and I'm using all the called for and everything that came in the kit is what I meant to say. All right, this next project is called Frances Alice 1792. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's that. And it has lots of different specialty stitches. It's by the Exemplar. And I started it, because I started it on the only piece of fabric that was big enough to start on it, but it's this darker color than what it called for. So I don't know if I'm going to continue it. I'm not really sure if I'm happy with it. So I think I got it out of my system, the starting, and I may save that for another time. And I started all of these in January. The next thing I started was from Design Works. It is called, what's it called? Queen of Silk. I ordered this off Amazon. It was very cheap. I've never tried a Design Works kit before, so I thought, why not? And that's all I've stitched. I know you can't really see it, but it's not much. And it's mostly dark colors, nothing too colorful yet. And this is on, I don't know what kind of fabric this is, like oatmeal colored something. Let me see. It's on, it's 14 Aida cloth, but out like a oatmeal color. All right, this next thing I started was a pattern that I ordered off of eBay. It is called Summer Breeze, and it's by Paula Vaughn. And that is the picture. It's got a nice big white house in the back with trees and a quilt. And that's how much I've stitched. I'm just getting things and starting them on fabric that I have. I am using the DMC that I have on hand for this one. Okay, and then I went kind of eBay crazy, and I found this kit. It was a full kit from Teresa Winsler. It's called Fruit and Floral Wreath 2. And it was already like opened. It was cheap, a lot cheaper than what they're asking for like in other places. And so I just thought it was so pretty. And then, so I got the kit, and it has all the floss and everything with it. And I opened up, and this is the fabric, but there was a problem. Because can you see right there in the middle? There was a needle that was left in the fabric, and it was rusty, and it left these 3 rust marks. And normally I'd be like, oh, it doesn't matter. But do you notice what's in the very middle of this wreath here? Nothing. And that's exactly where those marks are. And so I'm like, well, I can't use that fabric. So I found some other fabric that seemed to fit the size, the size of it, I think, according to my calculations. I could be completely wrong, because now I'm sitting here measuring it, and I'm like, this doesn't even fit. It may be a little, it says it's on 28 count, it's going to be 10 inches, 10 by 10. And this is 28 count, but I'm using this. It's like I don't even know what it is, but it's like a neutral type of like maybe raw linen or something, but that's how far I've stitched. That's it. So, but I measured and it'll be 10 by 10 will fit on here. I think I might need to check that again. I don't know. All right, the next project I started is from this book, the Teresa Winsler Fantasy Collection, and it's actually this picture back here of the unicorn. Let me see if I can. All the patterns are in this book, so I'm just stitching from the book because that's what it's there for. I was gonna try to find a big picture of it. It's done on the black fabric. Can you see it? I mean, look, it's pretty and challenging, huh? Those leaves and stuff, it doesn't look like they are backstitched though, which is good. But maybe I'm wrong on that. And this is how far. That's what I've stitched on this. I don't know. You know, these aren't things that I have to finish anytime soon. Let me fold that fabric up a little bit better. Okay, and this last one that I got off eBay is another Teresa Winsler, and it is the the English Garden Welcome. And I just thought that was so pretty, and I loved the border. Okay, so this is one that I definitely am going to finish, and I'm using the fabric that came in the kit, and that's how far I got. I know you can't see these very well, but I'll do a better video when I work on them in another FlossTube. So that's not all. Another eBay purchase. I think that I got this for, I don't know, it was really cheap. I mean, when I say, it was like $10, okay? For me, that's cheap. And so I was like, God, that's such a great deal. Okay, so I got it's from the Gold Collection, and it's called Wreath of All Seasons. I just think, I love floral patterns, and I just think it's beautiful. So, I didn't read it correctly, like the write-up, the description, where it said that it had been started. I get the package in the mail really quickly, and this is how far it's been started. It's practically finished. Okay, so I was like, what? And then I was like, well, that's cool. It's beautiful, beautiful. But I thought, okay, well, I'm going to finish it. I decided I'm going to finish it and then be done, right? And then it'll just save me some time, because there's actually still a lot of work to be done. So, there were needles in it still. It was taped. I do not know, what happened here. But I said, okay, well, I'm just going to go in and start filling in. And because I noticed that this area right here had not been filled in. So then I started looking at the pattern, because it has the pattern and some of the floss left, but I looked up a conversion from dimensions to DMC, where I could just use DMC and get a good, pretty close color match. And there's some mistakes. There's some mistakes in here. And so it was really hard for me to follow and see where I'm stitching. So then I decided, you know what, now I'm just gonna back stitch what's here, and then just save the rest at the end, to the end. Maybe it'll help me figure out what colors are missing. I mean, especially in this area is what I'm talking about. So I don't know if you can even see, but I did back stitch this flower, or this poinsettia. It's hard to see. And it's still, I don't know. Part of me wants to just stitch it from the very beginning, but it's a lot of work. Especially when this is almost done. So I don't know. But, you know, I have the pattern if I ever want to stitch it again on my own. I do have the pattern. And the pattern hasn't been marked on or anything, so that's okay. I've got one more thing. I'm sorry, that keeps falling down. This is propped up like in my bookcase. I'm looking rough right now. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I had to come back out here. Whew, hot. Because I had to print something off to show you my last two new starts. Yeah, I know. Some of the things that I started, I may not continue on, but I had to. I love starting things. And, you know, it's okay because I feel like I got really good deals on some of those things. Okay. I mean, really, they weren't like, I mean, I don't think I didn't pay more than, though, for those kits, I didn't pay more than $20 for any of those kits, and they had all the stuff in them, which I thought was pretty good, but I had to hunt for them. Okay, this next thing that I started it yesterday, and I have to catch up today or tomorrow. But I decided to do a temperature chart, which is something I said that I was not gonna do, but then I decided, yes, I'm gonna do it. And the one I'm doing is this one. It's called Supernova. Last year, and it says 2024, but it's for this year. And, well, this one says leap year. Anyway, I just printed out what it basically looks like. This may not be the exact, it's basically the same thing, okay? So this is by Climbing Goat Designs. And last year she put out one called Galaxy, which it was like more like a spiral. It was really cool too. And I don't know if I'll do that one. But I'd ordered this fabric when I first saw the design. I thought it would be cool because it's on 14 count. The pattern is on 14 count. And let me just do that. Focus lights. And I'm keeping it in this hoop. Okay, and so this is where I started. And one of these arms is like a full week. So I've got first week of January, second week of January, and I'm starting right here on the third week of January. And I actually messed up and reversed one of those, but I don't care. They're all the same kind of colors. It's been kind of a warm January, actually, which is typical. So this fabric is 14 count Gothic from Picture This Plus. And I thought it was cool, and I liked it better than on black because thought I could see it a little bit better. It's still kind of challenging though. So I feel like I'm stitching really slow, but I want to get caught up so I can just so I only have like a week. So I can do it like every day. And I've got the colors all written out for the month. I mean the colors. I know the colors I'm gonna do for each temperature. It's like every 2 degrees it changes colors. And I think there's like, I'm using like a 32 color legend. And there I am. Anyway, I just think it's gonna look really cool. I haven't done the inside of it yet, but the whole entire thing is supposed to fit in this 10-inch circle. So I'm leaving it on this hoop. I'm never gonna have to take it off. So yay me. And the last one, where's my project? Where is it? Where did the project go? I will hold. Okay, so I had cut off some of my easy or gridded fabric. I cut off like some of the spots on it that I wasn't gonna, where I tried to stitch some other things. And so I had a smaller piece, and I was like, I need to find a project that I can stitch on this that's kind of small or smaller. So I found one today on Heaven Earth Design. Let's say it's smaller. It is smaller. I think it says on 25 count, it's going to be 7 by 10 inches. And so let me just that was it. But this is the picture. And it's like for Valentine's Day, is what I'm saying. But it's called, it's by Hannah Lynn, and it's Sweet Selena. And so I have Katie and Cruncher that I'm working on now, also by Hannah Lynn, and she has, Katie has red hair. And so I chose this, I like Selena because she has blonde hair. And I also ordered 2 more because there's a sale. And one of them has like black hair and one of them has brown hair. Yep. This is the one that has black hair. And because I like the like oriental look, this one's berry and branches. I like the owl. Anyway, and then I'll show you the other one later, but I'm not gonna start that one because I don't have enough fabric. But this one is gonna fit on here, and I started it, and there it is. I just started that like right before I started making this video, actually. And I think I'll work on it some tonight. And all right, now I've got a couple of other things I wanna show you that I have purchased and then I'm gonna be using with my cross stitching. Okay, so first are my calendars. So I ordered this calendar from the Primitive Hair. This is the cross stitch calendar from the Primitive Hair, and this was actually 2022, but I just ordered it because these normally are like $50, and Garon Stitchery had them on sale for like $15. And I was like, I want one because this calendar has patterns in it. And some of them are really cute. So let me just show you because they're on the back. So it's a monthly calendar, and like this is January, February, March. I like the March one with the rainbow and the whatever, 4-leaf clovers, I guess is a, yeah. And then anyway, I just think they're cute, and they're each for the different months, like the Halloween one and the squirrel one. Okay, so I was like, oh my gosh, that's a great deal, you know, for $15 to get all these patterns. But I'm also, and I'm gonna fold this over because I don't want you to see the pattern. But what I'm using it for is not, I don't know when I'll ever stitch the patterns or if I will. But what I did is I've got my January layout here. This is for my whip go. And I just covered up, I covered up the days from last year that were, anyway, I made it correspond with this year. But really, I'm not even going by, I'm just going by, you know, my projects and like how many days I stitched it. And actually the ones where I can keep count of how many stitches I put in them. Like, I forgot to tell you how many I stitched on the nativity, but it doesn't matter. I stitched over 1,000, but half stitches. I have to add that, but I'm just keeping track of it that way, and I'll do that for February too. So I just wanted a calendar for that, for my whip go. And this is not my whip go charts, but just how I keep track of it, and it's right over there in my chair. So I like that calendar so much. I was like, I would like a calendar where I can keep track of everything I stitch on. So I got the 2023 one, and I ordered this from Hollis Hands Creates on Etsy. And I actually ordered a piece of fabric that goes with one of these patterns because I really want to do it, and I'll show you why. But these are all the designs for months, but but this one's accurate for this year, and I'm gonna show you the pattern that I really wanna do. I mean, a lot of them are cute, but I really wanna do, oh, I can't really show it. Let me see if I can cover the pattern up. I'm trying to cover it up. My hair looks really bad now. Okay, it's that one that says May. And it has what does it say? Love never fails. And it has the couple, and my anniversary's in May. So that's why, and I bought that fabric. I'm gonna stitch this for sure. Anyway, so lots of very cute patterns. Really cool calendar, but you know, like I can write, you know, like I did. I'm bending down. Like I am for this one, I can write, you know, on every, let's just flip it over to February. And I can write in here the things I stitched on. Or if I bought anything, if I'm just trying to be more purposeful, I guess, or aware of what I'm doing, of what I'm stitching on, and how much I've bought, how many things I've started, all that kind of stuff. And that's what I thought will be good. So those are a couple of fun things. Okay, so I forgot to show you one of the other things I've been working on. I'm telling you what, when you don't have to stitch all day on your whip guide project and you only stitch 23 stitches, then you can work on other things. Okay, so this is what I've been working on. It is Long Dog Samplers, Watchers of the Dawn. And I am in this first section, okay? And I'm just doing the outline in black, which it's easy to there's another easy one, I guess, just because I'm doing it in black. I started filling up with the sun and with the color, but I decided to wait. But so that's what I've got to. This part down here is a lot of fill-in to get the words. Oops, just dropped something. See right here? Those words say, on this fair sampler hath my needle writ. So I'm just there. And I've started on the next two little blocks here. And I'm just filling it in with black. And this is on just regular old white 18 count Ada from Amazon. And it's full coverage, so it doesn't matter if it really gets dirty on the inside anyway. So that's, ooh, excuse me. Another one that I've been working on. Then I ordered a couple of things. Oops. Mom, what am I stuck on? Stuck on the carpet. Okay, I ordered a couple of things from Amazon, and one of them isn't here yet. But, okay, so let me just tell you the story. I was on eBay and I saw this pattern, and I'd seen it before somewhere, and I can't remember where. It was on a YouTube channel. Someone was doing it, or someone had it and wanted to start it. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. It's another kit. But so I saw it on eBay and I was like, I'm gonna order it. I saw them from $24 on, okay? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check Amazon and see if they have it. They did, and it was under $20. So this is it. It's from on Janlin, and it's called Kneeling Santa, I believe. Isn't it cute? I love nativities. Okay, and I know that you know that, but but I do anything that has to do with nativities. I'm just like drawn to. So yes, I thought that was sweet with Santa kneeling over baby Jesus, and it's the kit, and I got it in a day. So I figured, yay me, right? Then I saw these when I got into my Mill Hill kit. Kit was like, I needed to work on smalls. And these are for me to work on when I finish these other ones, like the other like Santa pen that I was showing you. It is the Nativity Trilogy. So it comes with, there's 3 figures. This is Mary. And what's she holding in her hand? Can't really tell. And it has, you know, the floss and beads on perforated paper. So that's a cute little kit. And then it also comes with Joseph, which I have on. It's supposed to be here today, but it was running late. But that's Joseph right there. I don't know if you can see it. See him? Joseph. And then these are all from Amazon. And then I was like, where is baby Jesus? I couldn't find baby Jesus on Amazon. I couldn't find baby Jesus anywhere. So I finally found baby Jesus on Cross Stitch World, and I got baby Jesus. So baby Jesus, sorry about the reflection, with a cow and a little lamb. It has the beads and the floss. Anyway, I love them. I think they're cute and small, but I mean, you know, like this one, you look at it and think, oh, it doesn't have many colors in it. But then you look at the thread and you're like, there's a lot of colors in there. So I'm like, sometimes they put thread in there and they just, it only uses like 2 colors, 2 like stitches, and then you're done with it. And you're like, seems like a waste. Anyway, so I'm just waiting on Joseph, but which one should I start first? I'm not starting any of them until I finish the Santa pen. One more thing that I got. I got a helmet. Okay, so my light up magnification, it broke. It broke, and I threw it across the room. I was so mad that it broke. So I went on Amazon and I ordered like 3 new ones. I was like, I cannot be without the magnification. So I got 2 of just the regular ones that I've had, but then I saw they had these like visor things that nothing is on your nose or behind your ears. It just really kind of fits on your head. And then it goes down, and it's rechargeable. And this thing, I think, actually slides up somehow. But so you can adjust it this way. And then there's actually a part, I don't know if you can see, up here where you can put another one of the lens behind it. It's like double your magnification if you wanted to. Woo! Hi. Okay, and then there's, where is it? There it is. It's got this thing, which this is kind of like the thing that's on my outlight. I don't like it. I mean, like if I really having trouble seeing something, then I can put that in front of me and get like really close up, but it's hard to kind of like figure out where to put it so you can see it. It's hard to work. So this is, sorry. So this is not something that I use all that much. These little lights, you can actually angle them from side to side, and there's 3 of them. And it actually moves up and down too, to where you can like angle, or you can, you know, angle it on certain things. And if you don't wind it up too tight, it's pretty comfortable. You pull it out and then you can tighten it up to the size of your head, and then you push it in and it locks it. And then these things make it tighter, or anyway. That's what it looks like. And it's pretty bright. I mean, it's got, I won't shine it right in your eyes, but it's got, you know, 2 light settings. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about anything that I'm stitching on. If you're stitching on anything, if you want to stitch on something together, if you have something that you think you want me to buy between now and tomorrow. If you want to start a stitch along on a Haid, there's a sale, and I can go on there and maybe get something if I don't already have it. Oh, I've got so much. I just enjoy, I'm a process stitcher. I want to finish things, but I just enjoy, starting things. I enjoy kitting things up. I enjoy collecting things. This makes me happy. I don't really spend my money on many other things, it seems like, except cross stitch stuff. So my wardrobe is lacking, and it's because I spend it all on cross stitch stuff. But that's okay, because it's what makes me happy. And I will just make sure that, you know, somewhere down the road, I will let my kids know exactly what to do with all this stuff. I do not want them to send it to Goodwill. I want them to donate it to someplace that can use it. And then so I've got a plan. And anyway, that's it. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.